So they are called vasanas or vritti. Vritti means fluctuation of thoughts in your mind and negative sense of self. These are negativity in your mind. Idea is, let's say, for example, you have a negativity that I can't do it. For whatever you think, I can't do it, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent enough. These are all vasanas that you have created, ideas that you have created about yourself. So I gave her a mantra. I said, before you go to bed, recite this mantra. So she did. I told her, use your mother's mobile phone and send me a good morning message, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I received her message, you know what time? 1 past 4. So that was a realization. If she puts her mind, anything, she can do it. And then I kept repeating that with her so that she gains that confidence that what she thought she can't do it, she has done it.
Namaste, Anupam Ji.
Namaste, namaste, Arpit.
Thank you for coming again. And today I want to talk about the other book that you've written, Hinduism, the Technology for Joyous Living. I personally have a copy of this book. And
Lovely.
yeah, this is the book that I have read a little bit. I haven't completed it yet. So I want to do this podcast where I want to understand the thought behind this. Of course, in the previous episode, we spoke about the science of self-realization. In this one, we're going to go deep into this one. So first, and the most the obvious question that would come to my mind is, why call it a technology, and why not just call it Hinduism for modern living or joyous living?
It's a word that people understand.
Hmm.
So instead, if I use the Sanskrit terms,
Hmm.
that will be repulsive enough for young people. Not touch this book. So, and technology is any science or knowledge that transforms, isn't it? That's what technology is.
That transforms.
That transforms anything. So you do something, apply a technique, take it through the procedure, and it converts into whatever, or evolves, or unveils, or whatever it is. So it's a technique that you apply to go from point A to point B. So, and moreover, it's a term that a lot of young people understand. Immediately they know. So, and it could be inquisitive in my view, I think. They say, what Hinduism technology is kind of, what is the technology in it?
Right. I thought there's a deeper meaning to it.
That there is a deeper, if I say English word, it's a deeper meaning is that, like we talked about last time as well, people just take it as a subject matter which they are not interested in. I want to present in a logical and rational fashion. Not that I am trying to present, actually it is like that. So I'm just simply using the language young people can understand and presenting it that way. Right. So it's a technology because there are techniques involved in transformation. Because the whole idea of Hinduism is your transformation of your personality, transforming from your perceived notion that you think you are to a state of being which is your real self. Yeah. So how do you transit from this mode of awareness to this mode of awareness? So how do you transit from point E to point B? So whatever techniques are involved in it, spiritual techniques. Right. So that's why I call it, because what techniques do you use to have a joyous life? What is involved in it? I think we touched upon it in last podcast, the conversation on it, and we looked at what makes you happy and what makes you sad. Yeah. So conventional or my understanding is my happiness depends upon the factors other than myself. External factors.
The outside triggers.
Triggers. People, things, places, situations, circumstances. So if you shout at me, or if you abuse me, hurl, abuse it at me, I'll immediately be angry. So what would be my conclusion?
Shout
you
back.
Made me angry. You make me angry. That is a conversion in every household every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're making me angry. The reason I say it, because I don't know that this cannot be the truth. No one can ever make me angry. And that is a technique that one must learn. So this is what I'm discussing when I'm saying, so I think one of the beginning chapters is about miserable life.
Okay.
So it is defining and discussing how we make our life miserable and what are those unseen mechanisms within my personality which are at play to make my experience miserable or otherwise. So I'm discussing it, what sort of things that we have, what sort of habits, what sort of understandings and conditioning that we have developed over lifetime, which are at play. So once you understand the dynamics of it, you are in much better position or control to change it. And that's how easy, simple it is. So in a way, it's a technology. I'll give you an example. For example, fasting is a ritual.
Yeah.
But you won't think it is a technology.
True.
So I'm defining it why it is a technology. Because fasting, for example, is a technique which is designed to build a mental strength within yourself and developing control over your senses. Because in your conscious awareness, you have no control over your senses. So whatever your eyes bring to you, you think it is real. And you have no control over your mind. Whatever your mind tells you, you believe it is to be the case. So we are subjugated by these two. What spirituality tells you is that you are, in fact, is the master, not the servant of these. So how do you transform yourself from being a servant to a master of these instruments within yourself? If you don't master it, you will continue to be a servant.
Yeah.
And you will be subjected to experiences that are created by the interplay of the dynamics between the two. So this is the software. Coming back to the fasting. Fasting is designed for this purpose, to gain control over your senses. So what they say is, first thing they have recommended, curb the temptation of your hunger or taste from your tongue. So don't eat food and resist it. For whatever time you have decided you will fast. There's no specification. You should fast for 8 hours, 10 hours, 20 or 24. You decide. I have taken a resolve that I will withstand all the challenges presented by my body, mind, and intellect. I will not give up on my resolve no matter what my body goes through. And when you succeed on the other end, what do you think will be your state of mind? Victorious.
Yeah.
I can do it. I have done it. Next time when you do fasting, it will be not as tiresome or as painful, so to speak. And then if you carry on fasting like that, you'll become very resolute, very strong in your will. So you develop your will. How do you develop your willpower? How do you take a resolve and stick to it? So it unfolds your personality. But what we do in the name of fasting, so on Ekadashi you are going to fast, right? And then 2 days before fasting, what are you thinking about? What I'm going to eat on that day.
Yeah.
How would I start my morning? What would I have at 10 o'clock?
Apart from the rice, what are the other options?
Apart from the rice and wheat. So I'm thinking kutu kata and this, that, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then 3 o'clock, I will have something light like a sabudana. So you got a menu ready.
Yeah.
And you are so busy making that menu and then translating that menu into reality on the day of your fasting. What is the prescription?
Is to not eat and not to think about it.
Not only not eat, but don't even think about food. And what you end up doing? Think about food and nothing else.
Made it a whole ritual.
Get the ritual out of it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do. But point is the benefit, prescription, what the prescription was for, that remedy is not going to be delivered. So you won't develop that, because you need to have that mental strength within yourself to take you through the process of, unveiling your real personality. So you need that, mental strength to go through, a lot of aches and pains that you will experience through or any process, anything you do, you go through resilience. You use that. It's not that you don't have it.
Yeah.
We have studied through the school and we've gone through a lot of ups and downs and challenges, difficulties, problems.
Yeah.
But we have never given up our resolve to not study or to study.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever challenges, problem, I can carry it on. So you pass, every time you pass a class, you become confident within yourself. So it's not any different.
Yeah.
But we practice these rituals or these technologies without the knowledge of why they have to be practiced. And as they don't serve you, why would it serve you? Instead of not eating, you are eating 4 times more food on that day. Think about it. Every day you won't eat that much. That day you are having 6-7 meals in the name of fasting. So it's like that, and it's like japa. Japa is another ritualistic activity that people perform in different forms. And so japa is a repetition of a thought. And that technique is recommended because if you keep repeating a thought in your mind, it becomes reality.
Okay.
So this repetition is recommended in a process of Chitta Shuddhi sadhana is called. Purification of your mind.
Okay.
Removing the negativity that you hold in your mind about yourself. So they are called vasanas or vritti. Vritti means fluctuation of thoughts in your mind. Vasana and vritti. They are Sanskrit terms for fluctuation of mind and negative sense of self. These are negativity in your mind. So idea is, let's say, for example, you have a negativity that, I can't do it. For whatever you think, I can't do it, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent enough. These are all vasanas that you have created, ideas that you have created about yourself.
Yeah.
They're perceptions, they're not reality, but because you have experienced it so many times in your life, you believe it to be reality. Because every time you attempted an exam, you failed, or you did not get the required grade. Like I never got more than 50% in all my exams. So I believed I'm not intelligent.
Right.
So I am not intelligent, though it feels reality to me, but in fact it is not real. It is my evaluation, mental evaluation by my mind based on my experiences. So it's not my reality.
Yeah.
But I believe it is my reality, and it's a negative belief. So to remove this negative belief, you have to replace it with an alternative, positive thought. So when people do meditation, so there are 5 things they do in meditation, or they should do in meditation. I don't know whether they do it. First thing is the interrogation. You interrogate all these vasanas and vrittis that you hold about yourself. You detect the negative ones, or painful ones, or disabling or limiting thoughts that you hold. And then you negate it straight away. Then you supplement it with a positive alternative. And then you repeat it. That's the last step. So repetition of a positive thought over a period of time replaces a negative thoughts or tendency with a positive. And then you go through the transformation that way. So repetition of a thought in your mind is called japa.
Okay.
So in religion is kind of religious practices. You see, a japa is a very common practice that most people perform. And to help them do japa, they hold mala.
Yeah. Or
right?
they do Radhe Radhe.
Or Radhe Radhe, whatever that may be. They repeat it. So these are kind of symbolic methods to help you know how do you repeat a name in your mind. Because if you repeat something for so many times, it becomes reality. That's the nature of mind.
Okay.
So if you say you are confident, there's nothing I cannot do, there's nothing if you keep believing in this thought, so in order to believe, you have to keep reciting in your mind. If you keep reciting this thought in your mind, in a little while, you will notice that you will start having experiences which confirm this view. So that is what japa is recommended. But in a spiritual, religious performance, which is symbolic performances, for the real performance. Real performance when you are working on your mind and you're going to the Chitta Shuddhi sadhana, purification of your mind. So because the mind is full of all the ideas about yourself that you think you are, your perceived notion of your personality. And idea is to, like we talked about it last time, I mentioned it, idea of spiritual practice is transiting from this perceived notion of who you think you are, to a notion of your real personality, what you really are.
Yeah.
That's the idea. For that, mind as an instrument is identified as the tool.
Okay.
When it is not trained or uncultured, becomes the cause of miseries in your life.
Yeah.
But when it is disciplined, it becomes the source of pleasure. And anything under the sun that you want to acquire, that becomes a friend. Otherwise, it's a foe or it's an enemy. So that's what they have identified in literature, that this is how mind is. So this is the disciplined mind that is represented in the story of Ramayana by the character of Lord Hanuman. Lord Hanuman waits for the instruction of Ram. Never ask a counter question, why should I do it? Your brother is sitting, doing nothing, ask him to do it. He never says that. Not even knowing how easy, difficult, or challenging the task may be. The moment the task is assigned, he says, Jai Siya Ram, and he goes, and he does it.
Yeah.
That is the, way of demonstrating how a disciplined mind performs. That's the quality of a disciplined mind. So idea of Chitta Shuddhi sadhana is to train and discipline your mind to do it. So can you see now why repetition or repeating a thought in your mind called japa? So japa is, so won't you say it is a technique? It's a technique.
Yeah.
Any thought that you repeat in your mind, it will remove your negative vasanas. And if you keep doing it, whatever negative thoughts you may have about yourself, one after another, so that requires concentration, somebody to sit down, think. And that is why meditation is necessary, because gaining that focus and concentration of mind is necessary in this entire procedure. Unless your mind is in your control and is focusing and turned within, it's not possible.
Right.
For you to think about your own self and see how you have collected all this rubbish that you call my personality. Negativity. Can't do this. Oh, people are better than me. I'm not capable. I'm this. All this rubbish that we have picked up on the way. And we don't even challenge it. Hardly. Accidentally, sometime I do it. Sometime I if I am into a situation where I'm surrounded by positive people, so their influence upon me, make me go through a shift, and I start changing some of them. So that good company is another technique. Having good company of people, good company of your own good thoughts, good books, good places, good people. Or in religious language, it is called satsang.
Satsang, yeah.
Satsang, company of the good. Because the environment influences your mind.
It does. Yeah, totally does.
It does. You start going to pub, whether you drink or not. You start going to pub. First day you may not like it. Second time you will start getting comfortable with it. Third day you will start justifying it. Fourth day you will say, let me take a sip. And before you know, 2-3 months down the line, you are into it. So that's how your environment influences you. So that's why people who are practitioners of self-awareness or self-unfoldment, I should call it, is recommended that you should keep good company. And bad company you should not touch with a barge pole. You can't control somebody coming and talking nonsense and negativity and all that stuff. But you control that you can stand up and leave.
Fair. Yeah.
Making selection what you watch on television, making selection what you watch on your phone. So these are all ideas of how do you keep good company. So I just given you a couple of examples like that. All these tools and techniques which are used in this work, which is personality unfoldment program. It's not personality development program.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing to be built. It's already there. So you're not creating anything.
Yeah.
It's already there. It is veiled by your perceptions. You yourself have veiled it by believing in something that you're not. You think you are weak. You think you're not smart. You think you're not intelligent. This is not true. But you think and believe it is true. So your real version, which is Sat, Chit, Anand, the very source of Anand, is that what your real personality is. But you veiled it with conditionalities. I will be happy if my wife kisses me in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's a condition. And she doesn't kiss you, you are depressed. That way we have created so many conditions. This much salary, this kind of a job, this kind of a car, this kind of a house, this kind of a relation. This is when my children go to this school, that school. You've created all these ideas, conditions for you to be happy. And when those conditions don't fulfill, you are miserable.
Fair. Yeah.
Right. So we have veiled it. So the whole idea here is it's not a personality development program because you're not developing anything. It's a personality unveiling program. Like they do statue unveiling. Statue.
Right.
And they put a veil on it. And they do pull the cord. So the beautiful statue unveils itself. So I have used an example, not an analogy of our current state of being of a spiritual seeker is like a mirror which has a thick coat of dust on it. So you can't see your own image in the mirror. Just because you can't see the image doesn't mean image is not there. Image is there. You can't see it. Why? Because it's obstructed by a thick coat of dust, impurities on it.
Yeah.
The moment you wipe those impurities, that image shines forth. So that image is not created. It was already there. But it was obstructed. It was veiled away from you. So that analogy is used to help people understand that you're not creating anything. You already have your real personality in you. You have to unveil it. How do you unveil it? Removing the impurities on the surface of your mind. And that is what these spiritual techniques or sadhanas, practice, call it whatever, is. I'm talking about real practice. All these ritualistic things that we see, they are symbolic practices. And they have their own purpose and place in the scheme of things. So that's why it's technology, in my view.
In India, we see a lot of people at the top of the hierarchy. They're corrupt, and we call, it's sort of like, bureaucrats to politicians to businessmen. We see corruption everywhere. And in this book, you have mentioned multiple times about ethical living. How are these technologies making you better as a person, and how this can be implemented into this aspect of things where we could get rid of corruption? Because I think that is one of the things that's holding this country back, that few people want to hold that power, that money to themselves and not spread to other people, which trickles down to, even the poorest of the society, and 1% has the maximum power and the money. So, so where does ethical living and this book answers those sort of questions?
When you go to your Kirana shop to buy atta,
Mm-hmm.
why do you go there to buy atta?
That's easiest.
No. Just answer my question. Why do you go to buy atta? Why? Because there is no atta at home, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you chase what you think you don't have
Mm-hmm.
or don't have enough.
Right.
So these people don't have happiness.
Mm.
Most people don't have happiness. And they have been made to believe by virtue of the education system, by accumulated lot of things of comfort in life will make you happy, isn't it? And to acquire and accumulate those objects of comfort, you need money,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
As you keep going up the hill, when you start climbing the hill, you think, oh, hill is only this high.
Mm.
But when you go there on the top of the hill, then you see a bigger hill there.
Yeah.
So you want to climb that one. And when you climb that one, there is a more bigger. So when you become so entrenched by the temptation of acquiring more and more things of comfort,
Mm.
then you don't just want to have what you need. Then you want to also have what others have. So there's no end to it.
Mm. Mm.
So no amount of corruption, no amount of money will satisfy you. Otherwise, you think about it. People who are kind of making lakhs and crores as genuine income, how much more can they have or need? Why should they need it for?
Legacy for the future generation.
Whatever that may be. So there's a greed.
Yeah.
There's a greed. There's a temptation, and ever ending. And because they cannot, or they think they cannot acquire it by, ethical means, they become corrupt. Otherwise, what else will justify it? Why do you need? It's like anybody who has power is abusing it to convert it into money. You have judges, you find bags and bags full of currency notes in their backyard. Your politician with the piles of currency notes and piles of gold they have accumulated. What would they do with it?
Just make more of it.
To do what?
It's an endless chase.
It's a chase. You're chasing an illusion. And they don't even know that they're chasing an illusion, so they keep chasing it. You only know it is an illusion when you uncover your real personality, when you know what you're chasing after. That's your very nature. It's your own nature. You know there is a deer variety called Kasturi Mrag. He gets this smell of Kasturi. And because his face is like that, his nose is there. So he thinks the smell is coming from there. And he chases, hunts around the whole jungle, jumping and leaping and jumping and leaping all his life. And he dies in that chase. Because he's ignorant. He does not know that he himself is the very source of that fragrance, and hence he's chasing after it in the entire jungle. That exactly is our life. Because I don't know, I am the very source of Anand. I am not the source, I am Anand myself. That is what my real nature is. So I don't need to seek Anand. All I have to do is I have to realize myself. So when you know you are the very Anand, fountainhead of Anand. I'm using this word Anand because there is no English comparable word. Happiness is not Anand. Happiness is something conditional. You become happy when certain conditions are fulfilled. Anand is independent and unconditional. When you realize no condition needs to be fulfilled, you stay in that state of being.
Hmm.
So I think that's ignorance is the answer to your question that you asked me why people are doing it. People are doing it because they're ignorant.
Hmm.
They don't know that what they're chasing after, they're not going to get it. But they have convinced themselves through education system,
Hmm.
more comforts, you need more money to more comfort, and then you will be happy.
Hmm.
So do you know anybody who is happy?
Hint of happiness is there, but yeah.
Yeah. Fleeting joy,
Hmm.
fleeting happiness. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. So it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Because what you're seeking happiness from, that thing itself is not permanent. So a permanent thing cannot come out of impermanent.
Hmm.
Permanent thing must come out of permanent.
Yeah. Very rightly said. Yeah.
Simple. So we need to seek and search what is permanent.
Hmm.
And permanent is myself. I am permanent. When I say I am permanent, I'm not referring to my body.
Hmm.
I am referring to that very power because of this body is existing. Atma
Hmm.
in me. So this is not me. This is, we say this is my body.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I say to people, if it is this is your body, who are you then?
Hmm.
Say, I just told you this is me. I say, this is your body, you said. So if this is your body, who are you? We say it every day.
Hmm.
So we are going very close to the exploration every day.
Yeah.
Say, my face, my body, my hand, my head. So if this is your body, then it means you are something other than the body,
Hmm.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So if I say this is my book, I'm not the book.
Hmm.
The book belongs to me,
Hmm.
or I own this book. So in the same way, when you say this is my body, it means you are not the body. You are something other than the body. So this subject matter is a science of knowing that which you refer to as I.
Hmm.
I in English, मैं in Hindi,
Hmm.
Atma in Sanskrit.
Hmm.
The word Atma means self.
Yeah.
So the self in me is what this science is all about. Uncovering, unveiling that self within myself. And when you know that self within yourself, which is pure, perfect, and permanent, then all seeking drops. It doesn't mean that you become redundant. You don't
By seeking, you mean the chase of things
chase
that
of
we are
life.
talking. Okay.
All the chase. So you don't chase after money. You chase after perfection.
Hmm.
You do the best. Why? Because your mental energy is available to you. It is not dissipated in unnecessary chase. So conserve that energy. And now at that state of mind, whatever you do, it becomes a masterpiece.
Hmm.
You become an excellent operator. And when you become an excellent operator, what you are otherwise chasing will start chasing you.
Hmm.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you become so bright and brilliant in your performance that your company that you work for start making a lot of profit,
Hmm.
and one day you say to your boss, sir, I had enough. I'm thinking of venturing new.
Hmm.
Say, sit down, sit down. What did you just said? What do you want? How much do you want? I'll give you whatever package you want. You don't even have to come to work from home. But whatever you demand, I'll give you. But you're not going anywhere. Wouldn't that be a better position to be?
Of course.
Rather than you chasing after money and losing your credibility and integrity because people think this guy bloody keeps you hopping up and down. He stays there for 6 months, goes there. This is bloody 10th job with us.
Hmm.
So you can't trust him, can we? So they'll throw you out. Then you are worrying about money. So you create this situation. So if you create that situation,
Hmm.
that you become an excellent operator doing whatever you do, whether at home, in a street, in community, at work, or wherever. Whatever you do it with that attitude. Why you have to chase anything? Doesn't matter. But anyway,
Hmm.
so I lost your question. What was your question? So
No,
why
this
people
was
are
it, and I
greedy?
think you somewhere answered that question. That why is that, which you answered that we are lost in this chase, and then realization of the self is going to break down that chase, and
Yeah.
hence the corruption and the system breaks down of this
And it's not
corruption.
on financial corruption, all sorts of corruptions. We have all these wrong notions and ideas I've created. You believe, oh, this guy is better than me, or I think people think he's better than me. So now what you're trying to do? You're trying to pull his leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sabotaging.
Yeah.
All this is corruption. Corruption is not just taking by bribery or selling yourself to enemies and become enemy of the nation. That is corruption. Obviously, in the last video we talked about this. I don't know how many people, 10, 15 people who were found in Haryana and UP, who were kind of sleeper cells for ISI.
Yeah.
The born brought up fed in this country. Why? There's no moral. There's no morality. All they are looking for is how they can make money. For money, they can sell their mother, their father, their nation, switched it off. So that's what it is. Because you only chase anything in life what you believe you don't have.
Yeah. Sure. But look at the lifestyle that we lead every day, Anupam Ji, from a child who's going to the school 6 a.m. in the morning, comes back 4 in the evening, then goes for tuition, then there's homework. By 8, the poor child doesn't even have time to play. Same goes for the grown-ups. Go to the office, log in 8 a.m., stay there, 12 hours is now normal to just stay till 8 in the evening, come back, eat food, and then get ready for the next day. Where is the time to implement all of this thing?
Okay. In such a busy life that you just described, if you get fascinated by a girl that you want to marry, how would you find time? In this busy lifestyle. How do you find to chase her on the streets? Find ways to propose her, take her to a restaurant, and then devote your life in this busy life that you described.
Yeah.
How do you do that? This is no different. When you see the importance, the value that you place, on a high pedestal, you find time for everything, like you find time for chasing girls in your busy life.
I don't do that anymore.
No, I'm not doing personally. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
People claim I'm busy. I don't know what that word means. Busy doing what? Stressing yourself, sitting and thinking. What are you busy with? I've never used this word in my whole professional life. I was running a very hectic business. People used to ask me, you are a busy man. I said, no, I'm not a busy man. I'm a chilled man. I'm never busy. Though I was holding a business, staff team, everything, chasing profits, everything. But I was never busy. Because busyness is a state of mind. When you say you are busy, you end up doing nothing. So anyway, I think the question to your answer is very simple. When you place a value on learning something, then you find time. You need to see the value first. This is not a prescription, everybody should study Gita. Why would you study Gita? Unless you see the value, the objective, the purpose. Why do you relentlessly go to school for 12 hours without break? Tell me.
Why would I do that?
Anybody does it.
For a better future.
Because you see, that is a step in the direction of making money. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Every morning you wake up, take shower, put clothes on. Okay. Whether you like it or not, you still are half asleep, but you still go to school. And sit there for 6-7 hours, then come back home. And then you keep going this boring routine for 12 bloody years, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how do you manage it? Because there is an objective that you're chasing. So whenever there is a clarity, an objective in your mind, you find time, you find priority, you find everything. By every year you go to college, school, isn't it? Until first 6 months or whatever, until December, when you're going to school until December, every priority is a priority, or everything is a priority. Friendship is a priority, cinema is a priority, soap is a priority, fashion is a priority, food is a priority, every damn thing is a priority, except study. First 6 months.
Yeah.
The moment you wake up on 1st of January, you hit by this, realize, oh shit, man, 2 months, 3 months to exam. Then your mind automatically gains that focus and concentration, and all these so-called priorities that you are busy with disappear out of your life. You're not bothered what is cooked. You're not bothered who is visiting. You don't bother, whether you call your girlfriend or boyfriend. You don't bother anything. You don't even bother what you're wearing, what your hair look like. You will be, messy. But you wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and don't go to bed till 12 o'clock. How does these priorities automatically change? Why? Because you've got a higher purpose in front of your eyes. I must pass this exam with distinction. For that, I cannot afford to lose time. That's how you find time. So, as I said to you last time as well, there's no compulsion for anybody to go through this regime. If you are happy in your, struggling, and rotting in your own juice, carry on. If you made a pickle of your life, like lime pickle in its own juice, if you are happy with that state of mind, carry on. You don't have to do anything. There's no. It's not a compulsory subject.
Sure.
It's an optional thing. Sure. If you want a better option of your life, then Siddhant Vedanta is saying you're welcome. There's no entry fee. It's a free.
So let's take the same example. The same student, the same working professional that I just spoke about, they practice what is, you've spoken about in this book. They practice that for the next 5 years. What's the sort of change they can expect?
When you say practice, I don't know what you're talking about.
The technologies that you're talking about in this book.
So basically, what is that to be practiced? I'll give you an example. I think it will make life easy. What is to be practiced? In 2018 December, I had this 11-year-old girl brought to me because she was in stress. 11-year-old is stressed. And she was so disturbed in her mind. And she was so frightened and fearful because she came to swim in December 25th. And 3 months down the line or 2 months down the line was her final exam. And throughout the year, she was not able to hit 40 or 50, 60, that kind of. While she had 80% in her fourth final.
Okay.
So for some funny reason, her performance started to drop. And so she was so anxious. And she was wondering how she is going to, deal with her final exam. So I worked with her for 2 months. I was here in India. So
as a psychologist and a therapist? Okay.
Now my practice is infused, or is a fusion. It's a fusion of psychology and spirituality.
Okay.
So I helped her to reflect upon herself. And then she practiced over 2 months. And then at the February, I came back to England. So April, I came back because I started a business, so I had to come back. And so I learned that girl had secured, how much do you think she would have secured? The one who is not getting 50, 60 throughout the year. All 12 exams. She couldn't get 50 or 60. So
after practice.
After the practice with me, how much do you think she would have performed?
A little better than that, 70, 80, 70%, 60, 65, 70.
She got 96%.
Overall.
5 subjects.
Amazing.
95, 97, 96. Since that time, now I think she has passed her 12th class now.
Okay.
Since that time, every year she performed that way. And she told me, she met me 2 years ago, and she said, "Sir, now 10 days before exam, I stop studying."
Hmm.
I said, "Just chill." On the day of exam, I go and write my exam, and I get 90 plus
Hmm.
every year. Systematically, I'm getting it. And her mind is so focused now. She still wants to become an IPS officer. When she met me, she said, "I want to become an IP officer." 6 years down the line, she still wants to become an IP officer. So focused is her mind. So what transformed? She does no coaching. Her parents are not very educated people, so they can't support her.
Hmm.
Single-handedly, she does it.
What do you think changed? Like, what was the thing that you
She
were working on?
gained a little control over her mind.
Hmm.
So she had this idea in her mind that she can't do it because that's what she was experiencing. So she convinced herself.
Hmm.
So she created this vasana
Okay.
that I can't do it. So first thing I had to do is to replace this vasana with I can do it.
So she clearly wanted to do it because she reached out to you for the help. So she wanted.
She wanted. She was desperate. She was keen. That's what I'm saying. When you are keen and desperate, it happens.
Hmm.
It won't happen just because you thought of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like you have to. There's a term for it in literature. It is called mumukshutva.
Manifestation.
No, mumukshutva is a word which means burning desire for liberation.
Okay.
Liberation from your sensory and mental clutches.
Hmm.
That is called liberation. Moksha. Moksha is you release yourself from these clutches. So because 11-year-old, I can't discuss literature with her. I can't discuss Adhyatma or Upanishad with her or
Of
Gita.
course.
So I had to find ways of making her experience that she can do it.
Hmm.
So I asked her, I said, "What time do you wake up in the morning?" She said, 6:30. I said, "Okay." I said, "Can you wake up earlier than 6:30?" Kehti, "Yeah." I said, "What time?" Kehti, 6 o'clock. I said, "That's not early." I said, "Tomorrow you will wake up at 4 o'clock. And she just went off the hand. "Oh, can't do it. I've never done it. How will I do it?" I said, "You'll do it." I said, yeah, fine. What I'll do is I'll set alarm. I said, "No, you're not setting anything. No alarm. Not seeking help from your parents. You're not asking anybody. You're not even telling somebody that you're going to wake up, but you will wake up."
Okay.
So I gave her a mantra. I said, "Before you go to bed, recite this mantra." So she did. And when she wake up in the morning, I told her, use your mother's mobile phone and send me a good morning message.
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning. So I received her message. You know what time? 4:01. So that was a realization that if she puts her mind on anything, she can do it. And then I kept repeating that with her so that she gains that confidence that what she thought she can't do it, she has done it. All that year she believed she can't do it, there's something wrong with her. Now it transformed into belief that she can do it. And then I helped her to practice with some more techniques like that. Right. So with a single activity of waking up in the morning, I asked her to make a list of 20, 30 things that she is going to do tomorrow. Things means talking to a friend, going to school, doing this assignment, or whatever, talking to a neighbor or a friend, or whatever, go for Golgappa, whatever activity she was going to do. So just make a list and read that list 20 times or as many times as you want to, fold it and leave it and start your next day. Then you come back and then start taking it. And how many things you have remembered to do. So you started taking 6, 7 on first day, then 7, 8, and 9, 10, and then 10 and 10 and 10 and 10. So that was a realization for her that her mind follows her instructions. So if she thinks that she can do it, and then we call it it's a auto-association technique. So whatever that you want to achieve, just write it and repeat it. Japa. So I wrote a prarthana. And what was the prarthana? I will secure 95% in my final exam on 2019. This is called smart prayer. It's a concept I've written in my first book.
Okay.
why brilliant students fail in life.
Mm.
So I've given that. I've also printed that WhatsApp print message in the book.
Okay.
Because when if I tell you this is
Yeah.
what happens, you say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't know," but if you see it.
Yeah.
So there's a 401 on the message. It says,
Mm.
"Good morning, uncle." She says to me, I said, "Good morning.
Very
Well
cool.
done." So it's believe, you believe that this is how mind follows your instructions.
Mm. Mm.
And it's a technique. And because this is a young person who disbelieves in herself for whatever reason, so you have to recover that belief that she can do it, and then you give her technique to apply. And when she started applying techniques, she didn't need to learn anything new. She was attending the classes.
Mm.
She was studying herself at
Yeah.
home. So she knew everything. But fear and anxiety was clouding her memory to come out at the time of writing the exam. So when her mind became clear, she performed. And
Great.
that's what it is. And see, I have seen so many, talked to so many kids. The exams that they have got 95%, I ask them the same questions
Mm.
in a month's time. They can't answer it. They got 95%.
Mm.
You know why? Because they're not learning anything. They're memorizing it.
Yeah.
And problem with memory is that if you don't keep using something, it recedes.
Yeah.
And when it recedes, you can't recall it.
Correct. I was talking to Vartika about this the other day when we entered this Gurudwara.
Yeah.
I told her that, hey, I was able to read Punjabi back when I was in 6th grade, 5th grade. Now I can't even understand an alphabet.
So that's what happens. So these young people, they get 99, 90, 100%. And I challenge, I say, give the same exam paper to these people in a month's time.
Yeah.
They won't be able to even understand the question, what is being asked. And they won't be able to answer it at all.
Yeah.
It reflects your, makeup of your internal system, how it works. So that's why our old system of education did not rely upon memorizing. You memorize it, you memorize something, but that is not the sole thing. Like memorizing the verses and shlokas, you memorize it. But idea is not to memorization so that you can repeat and say to somebody. That was the idea.
Yeah.
But focus was on understanding the import and the science behind that shloka, what that shloka is talking about. You understand it. So uske liye there was a process for Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasa. Listening, practice, reflecting, and practicing. So that's how you practice it. So third-party information through a teacher or a book comes to you. You reflect over it, analyze it, synthesize it. And then whatever your synthesis tells you, you apply that in your own life. So with your own direct and personal experience, you convert information into knowledge, and this knowledge becomes your wisdom. So when something is a wisdom, you don't have to memorize it.
Correct.
That's your personal experience.
Yeah. Very true.
See, do you know that fire burns? Fire burns.
Yeah.
When did you learn it?
First time I had
You touch the damn thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Before that, you are fascinated by it. Every child is. When they see the flickering flame, blue, green, and whatever yellow, the child wants to go and grab it. And everybody is saying, don't do it, you'll burn, you'll hurt yourself. But child does not understand what does burning means because he has no experience of it. He hears the sound, but he can't comprehend what burning actually means. But you are telling him it will burn you. He doesn't understand what you're talking about, right? So he finds an opportunity one fine day when he's on his own. He experiments.
Yeah.
And he goes and grabs the damn thing. And now instantly he gets the wisdom.
And becomes a headline.
Direct personal experience.
Yeah.
From that point in time onwards, he does not need any more knowledge to know about fire and its nature. Does he?
True. Very true.
50 years down the line, you ask him, what does fire do? It burns. Can you say? So that's the technique that was used in the past, our Gurukul system. So that's where you see people, once they have learned something, years down the line, they still remember it. Why? This is their own wisdom. So they are not telling you what other people told them. They're telling you what they have learned, what they have experienced, how they have gained. So I can talk about it. So I had the same problem. See, throughout my life in India, from 9th class till master degree, I could never get 50%. More than 50%, 51, 52, 49, 48. All my life. And it made me believe I was not intelligent. But in UK, I decided to do a degree program. There were 6 modules, 6 modules to complete that program. Every time I attempted a module, I could never get less than 85, 90%. You know why? Here, they were asking me to reproduce what the book says, which I couldn't do, couldn't memorize.
Yeah.
There, they asked me, what do you think book says? That I knew. And I don't need to find words. I can simply start jotting my thoughts. And it's effortless activity. And when I started writing what I thought, what I think, what my view is, I will get, good grades and good marks consistently. But the damage is when you don't get good marks, you end up believing and concluding that you're not intelligent. While intelligence has nothing to do with academic performance.
Yeah.
Your marks are telling you how did you fare in those 3 hours? What was the state of your mind? If you manage to keep it calm and composed, the whatever you know will flow through and you can write it easily. But if you are struggling with fears and anxiety of failing, then your fear will realize.
Fair. Yeah.
That is the difference. It has nothing to do with intelligence.
Correct.
Sure. So what was your question?
No, that was it.
What was the question?
Question was that what is going to be the change if let's say a student starts to implement.
This is my advice to parents. Like they are killing their kids for the sake of getting 90 this and 90 that, blah, blah, blah. And in that heightened environment of expectations, they're not learning anything. They're becoming robots. They have no knowledge. They're not gaining anything. All they're going is getting satisfaction of our parents. Parents are getting satisfied. My son has got 96%. So what?
Even the colleges want that, no? Anupam Ji?
Wow.
It's not superficial.
It's pure a business. If my school gets 100% result, or most student in my school has got 95 plus, what do you think is the consequence of it? Next year, I can raise my fees and make more profit. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a business. So in order to earn money, I am making hell out of young people's lives. If you've got 95%, what happens to you? What do? Do you become rocket scientist? What happens to you?
I just become a 95%er.
That's it. And it gives you sense of pride for some time until you find somebody who are kind of an ordinary 60%er who's performing much better, has got much better brain, much better intellect. Then you say, fucking hell, man, I wasted my life killing myself, getting 95%, I can't even get a job. You can get a job, but you can't perform because you have no knowledge. Because you are not chasing after knowledge, you're chasing after 95%. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I use this example. I may not be 100% correct about it, but this is what I learned and picked up. When we had this Chandrayaan went up 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Which landed on the South Pole. This entire team of scientists, none of them are from IIT.
Okay.
You know why people go to IIT? Not to become scientists, but to earn money and go abroad. These people are all local science colleges, local technology colleges, all over India. So all these 200-300 people, none of them are They may be doing well in their academics and what have you. I'm not suggesting, but it shows that the society is chasing after something that they don't need. Why do you need 90% or 95%? But anyway, such is life. I'm not saying you don't get 95%, but you should be in control of it. That is an agenda. That is a target. If you achieve, that's fine. If you don't achieve, that's fine too.
Sure.
But people say that I was a good businessman. I did excellently. By the time I decided to quit my business in 2015, I was turning over 3 million pounds a year.
That's why you made the most money, your business?
That was the kind of business my business was at, turning over
Mm-hmm.
3 million a year. That's the time I decided to quit. Because I know I can do that anytime. And I don't need money. Why do I need money? I have enough. I can survive. I can do it. So you can take this, because this is a foolish decision in the eyes of people. So why did you do it when you're doing so well? Yeah, I did well. How long you want to keep doing well? There's no need. I've had enough. I invested my money and I can carry on surviving on whatever I want. I don't need to kill myself. But if I've carried on working, you won't have these books and I won't be sitting in front of you.
Yeah.
So now I do what I want to do. I've got plenty of time to express myself through words. So I'm expressing myself. I never could write 2 pages. I would only write if it's a professional report or some kind of a form to be submitted or writing an exam. I couldn't write and I couldn't even read any book. If I read 2 pages of a book, I'll snore and sneeze and sleep. Couldn't hold it. But now it is changed and transformed. I can write 2-3 hours every day in the morning. I sit about 4:30, 5 o'clock till 7:30 I write.
Sure.
So this is something I could not do. Now I'm doing it. So I'm not any different person. I'm the same person. What I could not do, now I do it. And that is the question that you ask. That's what is there for students. They can become a decent learners rather than score earners. And there are not any, and they can have fun in life. They can enjoy while learning and still get high marks. But anyway, thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for the great insights, Anupam Ji. And it was a pleasure. Let's wrap this up. But before we do that, can you please share where can people find this book?
Well, all my books are on Amazon. And this one is on Amazon as well. So you can just either type the title or type my name. You'll see all my books there. But I think better is type title. Use the title to find the book.
Sure.
And I think it will be very good read because it's not only these kind of things that we had just discussed, because I thought young people also have clarity on some of the religious concepts, religious language. If, for example, I'm not going to dwell on it, but I'll just drop in my conversation. Like there are 4 words which is commonly used: Brahma, Ishwar, Bhagwan, and Avatar. What is the difference between them?
Are you asking me this question?
I'm just asking, not you. But I'm just saying this is what it is. So if you ask anybody, they would just fall around and say, I don't know what it is. Bhagwan is this, Bhagwan is that. No, I'm not asking you what you think. I'm saying what the scripture says. Why 4 words for the same thing? If it is same thing, why 4 words? Why you have 4 names? Or if not, then what is the difference? Do we know it? So these kind of things help you to have clarity in your mind. And this is where you begin to understand the scriptures, the Hinduism and all those stuff, the various things, facets. So somewhere you have to start. So in order to educate young people on Hinduism, I have certain chapters in there, which gives them some clarity, some understanding, so that they can begin their journey of exploration. But otherwise, in my view, it's a science and technology to enhance your life and life experiences.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anupam.
Pleasure.